So I have added the other users as well. And if I come back to my provisioning, I will stop provisioning and then I will start it again. And I have to keep refreshing. As you can see, I have now 2 users. And if I come back to my AWS single sign-on, I will refresh and I have the 2 users. So now I will show you how to create new user in AWS. So I will create user on the Active Directory, new user. New user, and then I will provide Azure user 2, then the name Azure user 2, first name Azure, last user 2. We'll scroll down, they will give it password, then I will create the user. So when that user is created, I can come back to my home directory and go to Active Directory, the enterprise applications. Choose this application we have created earlier, set up the single sign-on, and then go to users and groups, add user, and select that user. You can scroll down and find that user as appearing here. You can select that user and select it, then assign that user. So that user has been assigned as well. So before provisioning, I will come here and refresh. It does not appear here, but now if I come to the provisioning, I will stop the provisioning and then I will start the provisioning again. Now the provisioning is scheduled to start, and then if I keep refreshing, the other user provision it as well. So if I come here now, the user has been provisioned here. So the next step now is try to give access to this user to your AWS account, right? And then to the S3, for example, S3 bucket. So I will cover only the S3 bucket permission, but you can create one for your AWS EC2. So I'll come back to my AWS accounts, and here, if you are the first time getting in this, you will not have this organization, so you have to go first to the AWS organization. Here, and then enable that organization on your account, because I have already enabled it. That's why it is appeared here. And then here, at first time you come here, it will show you a page, or showing you a message that you have to enable your AWS organization on your account. Then you can add an AWS account from here. So I have already done that. Let me come back here, and then first thing I'm going to do is to create a permission set. So the permission set, if you are familiar with AWS already, then you know about AWS IAM. In AWS IAM, if I want to allow a service or a user to interact with my AWS services within my account, the first thing I create is create a policies for that user. So it is the same thing here. It's instead of having policies, it creates a permission set, because policies is just a set of permission. Policies is just a set of permission. So let me create dash permission. You can use an existing job functionality policies, right? As you can here, you can use in AWS IAM already defined policies, or you can create your custom policies. Here we use permission set of instead. So I will choose create custom policy, right? And here you can attach AWS managed policies, and here you can create the name of your policy. For example, AWS for example. Scroll down, and then you can choose whatever you want to give access or permission to that user. So I will cancel that. I have already defined that the read only access for my S3 bucket. And if I try to see what are the permissions that this application has, is Amazon S3 full access. So I have to edit here, and the name I cannot edit the name. So this permission gives me the full access to our S3 bucket, and I will come back to my organization, and here I will choose which account I want to assign user to it. I will choose this account, and then I will assign users, and here a list of users will appear. It is the users that mounted from our Azure Active Directory. I will choose the last one I have created, and then next set of permissions, and I will choose this one I have created earlier. Then I will click on finish. So proceed to AWS account, and now if I come to settings and scroll down here, you will have a portal URL. You will copy this portal URL and open another session. I will use the incognito browser, and they will paste that here. So this will redirect me to my Microsoft login page. So if we have set everything properly, then we will not face any issue. So make sure to open this URL in another browser or in incognito in another session, because if you try to open it here, then you will face an issue. So what I will do is come back to my Active Directory. I could not remember that user, and then default directory, and to users, and I will choose the last one here. I will copy its email and paste it here. We'll click on next. You have to enter the password. So because I'm first first sign in with this user, then the Microsoft